It's time to name the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union Athlete of the Week. And this week, we're going to talk about a state champion. We have Ryker O'Hearon joining us in the studio. Ryker just recently claimed the 3A state championship over the weekend. And Ryker, it's a pleasure to get you in. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's talk about this tremendous performance because you moved right through the bracket. I don't want to say you did it with relative ease, but in a sense, you did do this with relative ease. I mean, the competition was kind of one-sided, even including the state championship, which you pick up by Tech Ball.
Yeah, it was good. Just a lot of hard work going into it. There's more behind the scenes than everybody thinks, and a lot of long hours, and just drives up north, being late, everything. It's a lot of hard work and a lot of dedication you have to do.
One of the things that we've talked with Coach Greenhall about all season long is, yeah, wrestling maybe from November through February, but that's just what the public sees. That's not what goes on behind the scenes, right? So for you, I know you go all over the place wrestling. Oh, yeah. High school season may actually even be a break for you. I don't know, right? So let's talk about your history of wrestling before we get into the state tournament and what it looks like for you day in and day out.
It usually starts right after school or during the summer. We usually get up really early in the morning. Get up at like 6. We go clear up north, sometimes to Eagle Mountain, up to UVU. We go up, train with some of the college kids. But it's a lot of late hours we have to do. And it's not the funnest, but if we're not having fun in the practice room, we're having fun during the tournaments.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's kind of the meat and bones of everything, right? What's it look like from a disciplinary standpoint for you? How you keep yourself in shape, how you keep yourself at weight, what you're doing year round to make sure you're where you need to be. What does that look like?
It's early mornings. If you want it, you gotta dig for it. Even when there's no motivation, you just have to push through it, get the day done, and you just gotta have fun. That's the main part. I have my older brother. He pushes me really hard, Johnny. He makes sure I'm always pushing myself. Every morning he sends me a text saying I can do better than yesterday, giving 110%. And it's just it's just not me. It's like my family who's brought me up to here too. And they push me to my limits, sometimes over my limits. And a lot of tears.
I do want to talk about your journey to becoming a 3A state champ.
Yeah.
Being a freshman. I mean, it's impressive to get to this level. And I know that with you being at 138 pounds, this is a very competitive weight class, right? So let's start by talking about divisionals because that's what kind of laid the foundation for you to become a 1 seed, right? At the state championship tournament. And then you kind of work your way through. So what was the season like at Carbon High School? And when did you realize, hey, this is something that I can do this. Like I'm elite in this particular weight class as a freshman.
It was just going in the practice mornings, having Coach Greenhall tell me I can do it, push through it, and I'm a beast. Every day before practice start, I would go onto the whiteboard and write state champ on it. And Coach Greenhall would just tell me that we can do it. We can get it done. So a lot of hours, a lot of weight cuts. And it was just, the season was fun with all the kids having fun in the practice room. All the mornings might suck to get waking up, but once you started getting practice, it was always fun, just no matter what. We know how to run hard practice, but we also know how to have fun.
How did you feel going into divisionals?
I felt really good. I felt strong. I felt fast, and I felt like my technique was perfect. I felt I was super aggressive, strong, and I just knew I was going to dominate no matter what.
So you did. Coming out of that, moving over to state, you had to feel confident based off of your performance at divisionals that you were going to come home with the state championship.
Yeah, it was a little nervous because you got all that pressure build up, going in, everybody's watching you. And my semifinals match, that's when the nerves started. Like, I really wanted that match. I really tried to push. And I just went in there, did my best, and came out on top.
Once you win in the semis, which was Tech Fall too, by the way, if I remember correctly. So you win that match. and you qualify for the state championship. Was the confidence at an all-time high? Did you feel the same nerves, or was it just a different feeling, I guess, compared to the semis?
It was because when you're little, you always want to win state. You want to be like in the middle of the crowd. Just everybody's looking at you, clapping for you. And it was just an unreal moment that the nerves are high. Before every match, my nerves are always high. So, but you just got to learn how to flow with the butterflies and just have fun. And when we step on that line, there's no more nerves. It's just hard hits on the head, blast doubles, takedowns. It's just, you got to be ready no matter what.
Again, Ryker O'Hearon, our guest right now, as we talk about his 3A state championship performance at UVU. So let's continue on, and we'll talk about when it's finally done, right? It's over and done with.
Yeah.
You get the championship win. What's that like?
Felt good. Felt unreal. Something I've always dreamed of. Looked up to my brothers, seeing them win state titles. And it's like, you can finally be a part of that state title family. Yeah. So, feels good.
Does it sink in, or did it take you getting on the podium to realize that I just did this?
It took a little bit, maybe 2 days.
Yeah, so, okay. So not even that night. It took a couple of days.
Yeah, it was unreal. And then getting all the congratulations on Facebook, Instagram, you just got to be humble about it, though. So you got to give praise to everybody, praise to the Lord, and everybody who's been there on my lows, my highs, and who hasn't been fake, just being there for me. Not just my wrestling, but for me.
I do want to get your thoughts on your team, because you guys are very, very young. And, Jance finished the second, right? So he's a placer. I know Jack had a tremendous tournament as well. I mean, you guys have a lot of young talent on this team that performed quite well at the state championship tournament. And I don't know that this is a big surprise to anyone. And talking with Coach Greenhall and knowing him as I have over the last 3 years, he's been talking about this freshman group. You guys perform beautifully. So when you look at how you're pushed in the weight room or in the at practice by these teammates, how much of an influence is that on you winning a state championship?
It feels good. I feel like most of them look up to me, and if I'm pushing hard, they're going to try to keep pushing with me, because we're all hungry. We all want that. We all want to win a state title, and the goal is for the 8th grade class coming back up now to get a state title as a team, and I think we're hungry enough to do it next year. So I think we're really hungry.
I was going to ask you that, how much that would mean to you to be part of a state championship team at Carbon High. So you've accomplished it on the individual realm. I know that you still have 3 more years. You can add 3 more state titles to it, but to accomplish that as a team, what would that mean?
That would be unreal. Nobody would think of it, because we got Juab, Delta, Union. We all got those heavy hitter teams, but we're the underdogs, and we like being the underdogs a lot. We came into the season, I think, last, and we beat the 3rd team and the 2nd team, I'm pretty sure. So yeah,
I think you guys turned some heads at divisionals when you finished 2nd.
Yeah,
I think that was really that was quite the accomplishment, right? And I'm sure that put the belief in you guys. Hey, we can do this. Well, we can build to become a state championship team.
Yeah, we're all hungry. I think next year, with some of the juniors going into seniors, they're really hungry. They want to go work during the summer. And I think we got some more state champs coming up next year.
Let's talk about your future. So now that the high school wrestling season is done, what's next for you? Because I'm sure you don't just stop wrestling, right? I mean, it keeps going. So what's next for Ryker?
I think I'm going to take a little break, maybe a week or 2. Mm-hmm. Then we're going to jump in right to freestyle and Greco. We're going to get ready for that, and then Fargo. Or I think in like a couple weeks, we're going to Virginia Beach to go wrestle at the National High School Association. So I'm ready for that, and I'm really hungry for it.
With you being a freshman wrestling at 138, you plan on being back at this weight class next year? Where do you see yourself fitting in as a sophomore?
I see myself coming back here.
Yeah, 138.
I want to take down some dogs next year. I want to be the number 1 in the state.
And you feel good at 138?
Oh yeah, I feel fast and I feel good.
Good. Lastly, Ryker, before I let you go, just kind of put in words what the 2024-25 season will mean to you, how you're going to remember this moving forward. because you still have 3 years, but this one is set in stone, and it was your first state championship. So when you look back on it, what does this season, where does it rank, and what does it mean to you as a whole?
I think it's probably in the top 5 memories I will ever have.
Yeah.
No matter what, even if I go to college, because there's so many highs and lows that went through the season, so many people being there, and winning that state championship. All that hard work paid off finally, but we still got some digging to do. We got 3 more, and we can do it.
Yeah, you can't be a 4-time state champ without winning your freshman year, and a lot of people say that's the most difficult one. So
Yeah.
we'll see. But now you got a target on your back, right? That changes things.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it bigger next year though. I'm gonna keep digging, keep pushing, take down some dogs.
Well, Ryker, it was a pleasure to speak with you. Congratulations on this tremendous accomplishment, and I'm sure we'll talk again real soon. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.